Good day, students. Today let us look at the concept of relatively inelastic supply. Now, as you know, the term inelastic shows that supply is not going to change by a large amount. So supply reacts by a very small amount to a price change. So even if the price has to increase or decrease by a large amount, supply reacts to this price change by a very small amount. So if the price increases by a large amount, supply doesn't change much. Supply will also increase by a small amount. Or if price falls by a large amount, supply will again not react largely, but rather by a small amount. It will also fall by a small amount. So therefore, we can say that the proportional change in quantity supplied is less than the proportional change in price. Price changing by a large amount. So therefore, what would it indicate if we have to look at it in terms of numbers? So if price increases by 10%, quantity supplied also will increase, but by less than 10%. So therefore, supply will increase by maybe 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, 8%, but it has to be less than 10%. So now in this case, if you observe, your change in price is large, isn't it? So that means your denominator is large, but your numerator is small. Less than 10% would be 8, 9. So you are now dividing a smaller number with a larger number. So therefore, what will be the value of ES in this case when you divide? Then naturally you will get a value of ES which will be less than 1, because your change in supply is small while your change in price is big. So therefore the value is definitely going to be less than 1. Now what would be examples of commodities which display a relatively inelastic supply? Generally commodities which are described to be perishable in nature they have a relatively inelastic supply. Why? Because these are commodities wherein their shelf life is small. So the supplier does not have the option of storing it. He has to dispose of his supply as quick as possible, otherwise it's likely going to get spoiled, right? So the highly perishable commodities have a relatively higher, the supply will be highly inelastic as compared to commodities which are less perishable. So for example, fish is a highly perishable commodity which you have to finish it off. People have to sell within a day or two at the max. You can freeze it for some time. But a commodity like onion, certain fruit, certain vegetable like maybe a pumpkin, now they remain for a relatively longer, so they will here the elasticity will still be little less. So therefore perishable commodities, but in all their perishable commodities, so the supplier has no other choice but to sell them at the earliest. So even if the price has to fall by a large amount, he has no choice but to sell the commodity. So sell the amount that he has to offer it for sale. So now how will you go about drawing a diagram? So in this case, you have to draw the x and the y axis, label them, mark them x and y, then label them label them with what is measured on the x-axis, which is quantity supplied, while on the y-axis we measure price, which is in rupees. Now we then draw the supply curve and we label it as SS. Now please note here, we draw a supply curve which is steep in nature. So relatively inelastic supply has a supply curve which is steep, because only then we are able to show the large change in price. So if we take a point on the SS supply curve and we call it P and Q, when the price increases to P1, Q1, so therefore now do you observe this length? Look at this length here. Is this length big? What about the length here? Is this length small? So therefore this length tells you about the change in price, which is large, while this length tells you about the change in supply, which is small. So it's like saying a 10% increase in price causes the supply to increase by only 5%. And this is all about relatively inelastic supply. Thank you.